Okay, so for this one, they said we need to prove that QR to RS is equal to PR to RT. So I just did my kind of checking what triangles I need to work in. Guys, again here, I think because of the diagram, there are only two triangles, right? So we are going to have to work with those two triangles. But if we had more triangles and we weren't sure which ones to work with, you would look at, firstly, these letters here. So within one side of the equation, which letters do I have there? Q, R, and S. Is QRS a triangle? No, it's a straight line. Okay, so that's not going to work. If we look at the other side of the equation, which letters do we have there? P, R, and T. Is that a triangle? No, it is a straight line. Okay, so that's not going to work. So then what I do is I look across. So I look at the first two lines that they've given us there. Q, R, and P. Okay, PQR. Is that a triangle? PQR? Yes. All right. So we're going to work with triangle PQR. So there we get PQR, and that is a triangle. And then we look at the second lines. So RS and RT. So RST, is that a triangle? Yes, that small one over there. Okay, so RST is also a triangle. So those are the ones that we're going to work with. So then you're going to write in your heading, in triangle PQR and RST. And again, like I said yesterday, you get a mark for identifying your triangles there. So even if you don't do anything after that, you get 1 mark for that. Just being able to see which triangles you are working with. Now, why did I not do a reason for the first one? Do you guys see I'm missing a reason there? R5 is equal to R2. Why is that? Vertically opposite, hey? Sorry, I don't know what 2022 me was doing here. Vert, op, angles equal. All right, so R5 equal to R2. Then, what did I do for the next one? Guys, I think when I was marking this with my class from last year, many of them said Q is equal to S because of alt angles, right? They just saw, oh, nice, there's a Z shape, so I'm going to say that those are equal. But did they actually tell me that PQ was parallel to ST? No. All right, so we actually weren't allowed to do that there. I feel like they did tell us that AB was a tangent. Is that true? Number 9, AB is a common tangent. So I wonder, is there not maybe a quicker way of doing this? Okay, let's quickly see. I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to show you guys my thinking here. Okay, so R4, right, is going to be equal to R1. Do we all agree with that? Because of vertically opposite. Okay, just hang on, just hang on. But if I'm working with my tangent, R4 is between the tangent and chord PR, and PR then subtends angle Q, right? So because of tan chord, R4 is going to be equal to Q. Do we agree with that? And then if I'm looking on the other side, R1, and I'm using R1 because I've already proven that R4 is equal to R1. So there's already a link between those two, and therefore a link between angle Q and R1. R1 is between the tangent AB and chord RT. And then RT subtends angle S at the circumference of the other circle. So there we have that angle Q is going to be equal to angle S. All right, but you have to write all of those down. So let's just quickly go through what I wrote down. I said R4 is equal to PQR, right? That angle there at Q because of tan chord. We find that one. Then I said R4 is equal to R1. And guys, the order in which you write these first 3 lines doesn't matter, as long as you have all 3 of them. Okay, so it doesn't have to be in this exact order. R4 is equal to R1 because of vertically opposite angles equal. And then we said R1 is equal to that angle at S, RST. Guys, there's a lot of stuff happening there around S, so please just make sure that you're writing the full angle name. Also tan chord theorem. So there we have that. Angle Q, PQR is equal to angle RST. Yeah.
Then we could say PQ is parallel with ST.
Yes, as a conclusion, yeah, if you needed to. Yeah, and then your reason would be alt angles equal. Okay. Now guys, today we're going to practice more of these types of similarity questions where you have to really use circle geometry, because I think the similarity itself is not that difficult. It's this kind of thing where you have to do like multiple steps using circle geometry, which might cost you guys some marks. So that's what we're going to be practicing today. All right, and then our last pair of angles, angle, sum, and triangle. Okay, you don't even need to look for a way to prove that those angles are equal. QPR equal to STR or RTS, angle, sum, and triangle, and then you're going to write your similarity statement. Now guys, here we had R, Q, P. Right? So if you wanted to write it in that order, that's fine. Triangle RQP. Then you would have had to say triangle RST. All right, I'm going to write it like that. I didn't use that order last year. So for this, you could have said triangle RQP similar to triangle RST. Okay, let me know if any of you had a different order for your first triangle, and then if you are not sure what the second order must be. Okay, you then use that. And now guys, here, remember when we spoke, I think it was when we were doing proportion theorem, prop theorem, when they're writing 2, so with the colon, that's the same as a fraction, right? So what we normally do with our frog faces is we write a fraction. But what you can actually also do is instead of a fraction, you can just write a ratio, right? So using our frog faces, we would normally say, sorry, I don't know why this thing keeps jumping this morning. We would normally say QR over SR is equal to PR over TR. And I'm just choosing those two fractions because those are the sides in the thing that we need to prove, right? But guys, this is exactly the same thing as when you just write this with the colon in between them. Okay, so you can actually go straight to that without doing the fraction first. Yeah. Yes, so when they've asked you the question in that format, you must end off in that format. Okay, so it's fine if you do this first, this fraction, and you write triangle or similar triangles, right? You can do that first, but then your final line has to be what they asked you to prove. Any questions on that one?